Today, I wish to start with short questions, and these questions are from the chapter of Goodwill given under section C. Observe the questions, understand its explanation, and look at the style of solving the sum. This is the first question I read for you. Ram and Rahim are partners of a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. From the following information, calculate value of goodwill on the basis of 4 years purchase of average profit of 5 years. You are given the profit for 5 years. When you are given the profit for 5 years, observe the change in profit over years. 8,000 decrease, 20,000 increase, then decrease, then decrease. So there is no consistent trend. That is the first thing that you should observe. Under such situation, you should find a simple average. The formula to find the simple average is total profit for all the 5 years divided by number of years 5. So you will get the simple average. Let us work out 9,000 plus 8,000 plus 20,000 plus 15,000 plus 10,000 divided by number of years 5. This total works out to be 62,000 divided by 5. 12,400 is the simple average. Now valuation of goodwill is to be done taking into consideration this simple average. So 12,400 is the simple average, and it is to be multiplied with number of years of purchase. Number of years of purchase means this average profit will last in future for this many years. So it is multiplied with number of years, they are 4. So 12,400 into 4, that is the value of goodwill. So value of goodwill is 49,600. Goodwill is an intangible asset. Its valuation is made 49,600. Now, there is next question. Question number 2. Observe. Goodwill is to be raised and showed in the balance sheet, then pass the journal entry for the same in the books. Now this is the valuation of goodwill. That is to be raised. So book value of goodwill is taken to be 0. Valuation made is 49,600. So increase in value of goodwill 49,600. Goodwill is an intangible asset. Increase in the value of asset is a gain that gets distributed amongst partners in the old profit sharing ratio, because this goodwill has occurred in a tenure of past, tenure or the going concern of a partnership firm in past, and whatever the past increase in the asset or whatever the past profits are there, they are to be distributed in the old ratio. So this increase in value of goodwill will be distributed in the old ratio amongst the partners. So 49,600, their profit sharing ratio is 3:2, so 3/5. Share of Ram in goodwill 29,760. Share of Rahim in goodwill is 2/5. 49,600 into 2/5, that works out to be how much? 19,840. Now when the goodwill is raised, goodwill is shown in the balance sheet. Goodwill account is debited. So goodwill account debit 49,600 to Ram's capital account credit 29,760 to Rahim capital account credit 19,840. This is how journal entry for raising goodwill gets recorded. Now we have solved two questions, question 1 and question 2. They are the short questions given in section C. Now let us proceed to next. Mala and Lala are the partners, sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. They change their ratio to equal for future. So in future they will share profits equally, that is the ratio 1:1, one half each. They are going to share their profits in future. They are going to share their profits in future in equal proportion, that is 1:1, one half each. From the following information, calculate value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase of average profit of last 4 years. You are given the profit for 4 years. Observe one thing once again. 10,000, 12,000 increase 2,000, 12,000, 15,000 increase 3,000, 15,000, 20,000 increase 5,000. So there is an increasing trend. Where there is an increasing trend, you should find weighted average for computation of goodwill. Let us work it out. Profit for all the 4 years, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 20,000. I give weight means importance. The highest weight is to be given to the latest profit, and the lowest weight, lowest importance is to be given to the profit that backs in past. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 are the weight given. Highest weight is given to the recent profit, while the lowest weight is given to the profit that backs in past. Now I want to work out the weighted profit. So I will multiply these two columns. 10,000 into 1, 10,000. 12 goes are 24. 15 3s are 45. And 24s are 80,000. Now I will find out the weight. Total of weight is 10. Total of weighted profit 1,59,000. Now I want to work out the average, weighted average profit. So this total profit will be divided by 10. So total weighted profit divided by total weights. So 1,59,000 divided by 10. 15,900 is the weighted average profit. Now goodwill is to be worked out on the basis of average profit multiplied by number of years purchase. So this is a profit for 4 years, weighted average profit. How many numbers of years purchased? 3 years. So multiplied by 3. So value of goodwill is 47,700. Now this is the valuation of goodwill made. Now first this goodwill is raised, then written off. Look at the next question. Are you asked the journal entry for goodwill raised, or question is asked to write off the goodwill? Observe it keenly. Partners do not want to show goodwill in the books of the firm. Ask necessary entries for writing off the raised goodwill. The goodwill is already raised to a level of 47,700. Now you are asked to write down the entry for writing it off. Now it is to be written off in the new profit sharing ratio. And as I told to you, new profit ratio is equal. So what is the share of each partner in goodwill when it is written off? That is 1/2 of 47,700. So share of Mala in goodwill written off is 1/2. That works out to be 23,850. And same is the share of Lala in goodwill being written off, 23,850. When you write off the goodwill, the value of goodwill goes down, decline in value of asset, losses are debited to partner's capital account. So Mala's capital account debit, Lala's capital account debit to goodwill account credit is the entry for writing off of goodwill, and that too in the new profit sharing ratio. So Mala's capital account debit, Lala's capital account debit to goodwill account credit 47,700. This is how sum number 3 and 4 are solved here before you. Let us go to the next. Consider the following information. You are given the profit detail for 2003, loss for 2004, profit for 2005. Find the value of goodwill on the basis of 2 years purchase of last 3 years average profit. Now when you work out the average, losses are deducted from the profit because loss is a negative profit. So when you work out the average, simple average, 10,000 minus 8,000 plus 9,000, this is how you should work out the total profit for 3 years. Let us work it out. Total profit for 3 years, 10,000 minus 8,000 plus 9,000 divided by 3, 11,000 divided by 3. It works out to be 3,666.67 is the average that we have worked out. Now goodwill is valued at 2 years purchase. So average profit multiplied by 2. So if you multiply this average profit by 2, the value of goodwill is 7,333.33. That is the value of goodwill. Now next. Consider the following information. Find the value of goodwill on the basis of 4 years purchase of average profit of last 5 years. Now you are given the profit for last 5 years. Observe. Do you find the trend? Increasing trend in the profit in consecutive years? 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 15,000 decline to 14,000. So there's a decline in 2006. Now you have to work out which average? Simple average. In simple average, the average is worked out without assigning weights. So here 8,000 plus 9,000 plus 10,000 plus 15,000 plus 14,000 divided by number of years 5. Total works out to be 56,000 divided by 5. 11,200 is a simple average profit. Average profit multiplied by number of years of purchase. So 11,200 into 4 years purchase. So this is the value of goodwill. 44,800 is the value of goodwill. Now this is the explanation to question number 6. Next. I read the sum for you. Priya and Kanak are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:3. They change their ratio to 3:2 for future years to come. At this time, goodwill is valued at 50,000 rupees. Write a journal entry for recording goodwill directly to the capital accounts of the partners without raising goodwill account. So you are required to write the adjustment entry straight to the capital accounts. Now this is a very simple sum by, because old ratio was 2:3, total was 5. New ratio is 3:2, total is 5. So share of Priya was 2/5. Now the share of Priya is 3/5. She gained 1/5 share. Share of Kanak was 3/5. New share of Kanak is 2/5. So there is a sacrifice by Kanak is also 1/5. 3/5 minus 2/5, 1/5. So Kanak sacrificed 1/5. Priya gained 1/5. So total value of goodwill is 10,000. Total value of goodwill is 50,000. 50,000 into 1/5, 10,000 is the adjustment amount. Now the partner who sacrificed capital account is to be credited, and the partner who gains, his capital account is to be debited. Now who is the gainer? See, Priya is the gainer. 10,000 is the equivalent value of 1/5 value of goodwill. So gainer has to pay. Sacrifier gets. The person who sacrifices capital account is to be credited. So Kanak capital account is to be credited. Priya's capital account is to be debited with 10,000 rupees. This is a simple explanation. But let me go for detailed, elaborate explanation for your better understanding. The old ratio 2 by 5, 3 by 5. New ratio 3 by 5, 2 by 5. Sacrifice of Priya, old share minus new share. 2 by 5 minus 3 by 5, negative sacrifice means gain. For Kanak, 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5, positive sacrifice means sacrifice. Sacrifice by Priya, 50,000 into 1/5. Now the partner who sacrifice gets the return. So Priya's capital account is to be credited and the gainer has to pay. So Kanak's capital account debited with 10,000 to Priya's capital account credit 10,000. This is how the adjustment entry directly gets recorded to the capital accounts of the partners. Next. Karan and Raman and Jayan. Karan, Raman and Jayan are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. They change their profit sharing ratio to 2:2:1 for future years to come. At this time, Goodwill is valued at 1,20,000. Goodwill already appearing in the books at 18,000. As necessary journal entries in the books of the firm to show Goodwill at its full value. Now Goodwill is to be raised. How much? Let us work it out. So these are the three partners. 3:2:1 is the old profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio is 2:2:1. So 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5. Now balance sheet value of Goodwill is 18,000. Adjustment value given to you is 1,20,000. So 18,000 is the book value, 1,20,000 is the determined value. So there is an increase in value of Goodwill. This increase in value of Goodwill is to be distributed amongst partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Goodwill is raised in old ratio and disclosed in balance sheet. We shall write out the journal entry and disclose this information in the balance sheet. Observe it. The determined value is 1,20,000, book value 18,000, increase in value 1,02,000. Now this increase in value will be distributed in the old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1. When the Goodwill is raised, increase in value of Goodwill, increase in value of asset. Goodwill is an intangible asset. So increase in value of asset being gained is to be credited to the partner's capital account in the ratio of 3:2:1. Observe the journal entry. Goodwill account debit to current capital account 3/6 of 1,02,000 to Raman capital account 2/6 of 1,02,000 to Jayan capital account 1/6 of 1,02,000. This is the journal entry for Goodwill being raised. After raising the Goodwill, how will it appear in the balance sheet? Observe it. 18,000. This is how Goodwill will appear in the balance sheet. Now, being teacher, as I want to explain you concepts in a detailed fashion, I write all these things. In examination, student is supposed to write only these things because it's a short question. You are not even asked to report this information in the balance sheet. So this is also not relevant. But for your better understanding, I just go for elaborate explanation. This is what you are supposed to write in examination. No need to write all these things because they are the part of working and explanation for your better understanding. Let us go to the next. Okay. Still after 8, there is a question in sequence. If the Goodwill is not to appear in the books of the firm, pass entries to write off the Goodwill. Now question number 8 is done. This question number 9 is in its sequence. So let us consider it first. Now Goodwill is raised and appears in the balance sheet at 1,20,000. That is to be written off. Partners have decided to write off the Goodwill after reconstruction of a firm. Observe it. Solution 9. After reconstruction, or what is the adjustment given to you? Partners decide to write off goodwill after revaluation. Write off total goodwill. Goodwill is written off in the new profit sharing ratio. When you write off goodwill, there is a decline in value of asset. Or other way you can say that goodwill being an intangible asset, it is thought proper by the partnership firm not to show goodwill in the balance sheet. So let this asset be distributed amongst partners. And even if this asset is distributed amongst partners, it has to be in the new profit sharing ratio. So when either you say goodwill return or decline in value of asset, losses are debited to capital account. Or asset is distributed to the partners, if you take that understanding, then also partners capital account is debited because they are the receiver. Because they are the receiver of interest in the value of goodwill. Right title interest in the value of goodwill. So here, journal entry for writing of goodwill in the new profit sharing ratio. Current capital account debit, 1,20,000 into 2 by 5. Raman's capital account debit, 2/5 of 1,20,000. Giant capital account debit, 1/5 of 1,20,000. To goodwill account credit, 1,20,000. Now after you write off the goodwill, goodwill appears in the balance sheet with zero level, nil, observe it. I tell you once again, if you are asked this question number 9, this is the information that you should write in examination. Other information is just for your better understanding. Let us go to the next. Raju, Rohit and Rajan are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:2:3. They change their profit sharing ratio to 3:2:1 for future years to come. In the books of the firm, goodwill appears at 66,000. At the time of reconstruction of a partnership, goodwill is valued at 60,000, decline in value of asset. It was 66,000 in the books, now its valuation is what? 60,000. Pass entries in the books of the firm to show the goodwill at its new value in the books of the firm. Now this question has a sequence. Here the one valuation 66 and 60. In the next question, the raised goodwill, the change in goodwill, after change in goodwill, goodwill is to be written off after reconstruction. Then there will be change in this number. So this is not just one question, but a sequence of questions. We are going to solve all of them one by one. Observe it. Let us start with this first one, 10. So these are the three partners, old profit sharing ratio. 5:2:3. So 5 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10 is the share of each partner in profits before reconstruction. New share in profit is 3:2:1. The balance sheet value of goodwill is 66,000. In adjustment value is given 60,000. There is a decline in value of goodwill. So at the time of reconstruction, before we go for change in profit sharing ratio, there is a decline in the value of asset. And when there is a decline in value of asset, it is a loss. That loss has to be written off in the old profit sharing ratio. Very important point. So goodwill is written off in the old ratio and disclosed in the balance sheet. Let us find out the amount to be written off. Determined value is 60,000. Book value 66,000. Decrease in value 6,000. Write off in the old profit sharing ratio. When you write it off, partner's capital account gets debited. That too in the old profit sharing ratio. So the journal entry for that is Raju's capital account debit 6,000 into 5 by 10. Rohit capital account debit 6,000 into 2 by 10. Rajan capital account debit 6,000 into 3 by 10. To goodwill account credit 6,000. Goodwill written off. After you write off goodwill, what value will appear in the balance sheet? Observe. It was 66,000, 6,000 written off. Now the value of goodwill is 60,000. Now the next question, 12th question. After revaluation, partners do not want to show goodwill in the balance sheet of the firm. So revaluation is made. What is the revaluation? From 66,000, it has been declined to 60,000. Now they don't want to show this 60,000 even in the balance sheet after reconstruction. So that has to be once again written off. And now it has to be written off in the new profit sharing ratio. Observe it. Solution to question number 12. After reconstruction, what's the adjustment given to you? Partners decide to write off the goodwill after revaluation. Write off total goodwill, that is how much? 60,000. Goodwill will be written off in the new profit sharing ratio. When you write off the goodwill, partners capital account gets debited and goodwill account gets credited. Now you know it. So here 60,000 into 3 by 6. Raju's capital account debit, 60,000 into 3 by 6. Rohit capital account debit, 60,000 into 2 by 6. Rajan's capital account debit, 60,000 into 1 by 6. 2. Goodwill account credit, 60,000. Now, how the goodwill will be reported in the balance sheet after this being written off? Observe it. It was 60,000 in the book. We write off 60,000. Value of goodwill is now 0. So goodwill won't appear in the balance sheet being written off. Now here we have solved sum number 10 and question number 10, 12. Now in question number 11, the sum is same with one change of sum. Now book value was 66,000, just observe. I have demonstrated this value 86,000 in red color. This is a change in the sum. Accept that everything is same. So it was, book value was how much? 66,000. What is the new value? 86,000. Increase in value of goodwill. That's a change. Observe it. Old profit sharing ratio 5:2:3. New profit sharing ratio 3:2:1. Value given in balance sheet for goodwill 66,000. Goodwill determined at a value of 86,000. Goodwill is raised in the old profit sharing ratio. How much is the amount to be raised? Determined value minus book value. So there is an increase in the value of goodwill 20,000. That will be distributed in the old profit sharing ratio, that is 5:2:3. When the goodwill is raised, goodwill account is debited and partners capital account gets credited. Increase in value of goodwill is a gain. Gains are credited to the partners capital account, that too in the old profit sharing ratio. So goodwill account debit 20,000 to Raju capital account, 5/10 of 20,000 to Rohit capital account, 2/10 of 20,000 and Rajan capital account credit 3/10 of 20,000. Goodwill is raised. Now how much goodwill will appear in the balance sheet? Observe it. It was 66,000, increased 20,000. Now it has a value 86,000 in the balance sheet. Now you are given in next question. Question number 13. After revaluation, partners do not want to show goodwill in the balance sheet. Now this goodwill raised, that is 86,000, has to be written off. When you write off the value of goodwill, there is a decline in value of asset. This is a loss. Losses are debited to the partner's capital account, that too in the new profit sharing ratio, because it is being done after reconstruction of a firm, means after the change in the profit sharing ratio. Let us do that. Now solution 12. What is the adjustment given to you? Partners decide to write off the goodwill after revaluation. Write off total goodwill. Goodwill is written off in the new profit sharing ratio When you write off goodwill, partner's capital account gets debited. So, Raju's capital account debit, 86,000 into 3 by 6. Rohit capital account debit, 86,000 into 2 by 6. Rajan's capital account debit, 36,000 into 1 by 6 to goodwill account credit. After this being done, how goodwill will appear in the balance sheet? At zero value. We have written off 86,000. So goodwill appears in the balance sheet at zero value, means goodwill do not appear. This is how this sum gets solved. I have tried to explain the sum in an elaborate fashion. You should exert the discretion how much to write in examination to fetch full marks. This is teacher's explanation. I am not answering in the examination. I am just explaining the concept. Now, I have tried to explain section C, questions in section C. You must have followed them. Thanks to all of you.